You want a breakdown of some of the new characters in this season of Daredevil Born Again? Well, you came to the right place. Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Watch Stuff with Us. I'm JD, and like I said, we're going to be breaking down some of the new characters in Daredevil Born Again. Before we even get into that, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment below, and also hit that notification bell so that you're notified each and every time we go live in 2025. And just so you know, on March 4th, we will be here an hour before Daredevil Born Again debuts on Disney Plus, and we will be having a live watch party. We want you to be a part of that. So subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and then you get notified when we go live. And it's going to be a blast. Bring your drinks, bring your snacks, bring your Disney Plus account so you can watch it with us and react to it. And after the show is over, we're going to be talking about it and breaking it down. So there is not a better place on YouTube for this type of content. So but we're going to jump into a breakdown of a handful of the new characters that we know about that are coming to Daredevil Born Again on Disney Plus on March 4th. So let's start here with the main villain, from what I understand, of Daredevil Born Again, season one, will be a character known as Muse. So we see him there, and I got a little bit highlighted. Like I said, we're not going to go super in depth, but we're going to break down a little bit about each of these characters. Says, for one thing, potentially drawing on Muse as a villain, pun intended, seems to indicate that Daredevil Born Again won't shy away from the kind of dark, foreboding plots seen in Netflix's Daredevil series, which was recently fully confirmed as part of the official MCU timeline. See, Muse is more than just a supervillain. He is a particularly brutal and violent serial killer who uses his murderous crimes as a kind of metaphorical canvas for his bloody and demented art. So he basically hurts, butchers, bleeds people, and then uses their blood and sometimes body parts to make art. And just having a villain like that on a show, that's like something that is very extreme for what we would take and what we would think a Disney Plus show would put out there. But they have said already it's TVMA, so basically rated R. We're going to see a lot of violence in this show, and we're going to see a lot of blood and a lot of dismemberment and hurt and pain, and count me in for it. It says that first appearing back in 2011's Daredevil number 16 by writer Charles Soule and artist Ron Garney, Muse comes to Daredevil's attention with his first major work of art, a mural painted from the blood of over 100 different people. This dude is out there. From there, Daredevil and Muse begin a deadly game of cat and mouse that is complicated by Muse's ability to elude Daredevil's enhanced senses. Now, see, I didn't know that. I want to know how he's able to do that, so that'll be cool to find out. However, Daredevil is able to finally defeat him, culminating in Muse's incarceration, though he does later manage to escape and kill again. So I think he's going to serve as a good villain to really show the potential darkness that can be shown on Disney Plus. So count me in, man. Count me in. Count me super excited to see Muse being displayed this way. A lot of people had a lot of doubt that Disney was going to be able to keep the essence of the original Netflix show, and by having a villain like this, I'm guessing they are. So let's go next to another new character by the name of White Tiger. It says White Tiger, Hector Ayala, is a fictional character appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. This character is the first to use the name White Tiger and was created by Billy Montillo and George Perez. A Puerto Rican, White Tiger was the first Latin American main character in the history of American comics. I did not know that. And Marvel's first Hispanic superhero. That's really cool. It's really cool to be able to see them come out like that. And for them to show it in a prominent show like Daredevil Born Again. The first member of his family to hold the mantle, Hector is the uncle of Angela Del Toro and the brother of Ava Ayala. Hector Ayala will appear in the MCU television series Daredevil Born Again, played by Camar de los Reyes. We'll talk about him in a little bit. But just looking at Angela Del Toro and Ava Ayala, I've been reading some rumors that they were going to have the young lady who plays Wednesday Adams be possibly in the next season of Daredevil. Jenny, I think her name is Jenny Ortega. But yeah, seems pretty cool. Like I said, this is a character that I do not know a ton about, so I'm really interested in learning more about him in this show. And how often is it that we get characters from different nationalities that are going to be prominently displayed like this? Like, of course, we got Black Panther. Of course, we have Sam Wilson, Captain America. We have other characters who are of different nationalities other than white. So I am excited to see another one of those characters debut. And this character being a hero is going to shine a positive light on that character. Now let's talk a little bit really quickly, and not to glance over it, but to talk about the actor Camar de los Reyes who plays him. Apparently he died during the filming or right after the filming of this show, so he will not be returning, of course. So I also will hold a little bit of sentimental value in that, you know, this was his last sort of like art that he was able to put out there. So definitely going to be kind of emotional seeing that and knowing that the character or the actor who is portraying the character has actually passed away in real life, sort of like we had with Chadwick Boseman who played Black Panther. So maybe there's something with like these folks playing cat characters and they are passing away. Maybe we need to do away with that for a little bit. But yeah, it says that at the recently held D23 event, the series' first trailer brought about that Hector Ayala, the original White Tiger, will be seen in the show. However, Camar de los Reyes, the actor cast for the role, passed away last year. Does this mean that Ayala um, does this mean that Ava Ayala, the fifth incarnation, could take on his mantle and finally make her MCU debut? So yeah, that sucks. It's really tough when you have like real life intersect with these types of shows. And yeah, my heart goes out to him and his family. Hopefully this will help to cement an awesome legacy for him moving forward. So one other character that I wanted to look at really quickly was Heather Glenn, and it says that the footage shows off new characters like Margarita Levias, Heather Glenn, who has a very steamy moment with Cox's Matt in the trailer. Man, gotta be real careful saying that. Um, but yeah, it looks like they were getting it on in the shower at some point. So yeah, it's always interesting to see when they change up the love interest for some of these characters. So you know that um Karen Page is going to be in this show. There are some rumors and possible potential spoilers ahead that she may meet her demise. So is this going to be someone else that Matt Murdock gets involved with? Or is Karen still alive and they're just not doing anything and Matt sort of gets caught up in another situation? Let's just leave it at that. We'll see. It says created in 1975 by Mary or Marv Wolfman and Bob Brown in Daredevil 126. Heather Glenn is the daughter of Maxwell Glenn, the CEO of Glenn Industries. She met Matt when she found him staying at her ex-boyfriend's old place and instantly found Matt attractive. In parentheses, as one does. So yeah, that's funny. It says their relationship took a turn when Zebediah Kilgrave, who we saw in the Jessica Jones series, so that would be a nice little connection. Played by David Tennant in Jessica Jones, used his powers of persuasion to take control of Maxwell Glenn and make him complicit in kidnapping, embezzlement, and attempted murder. As Matt tried to find a legal way to prove Glenn's innocence without compromising his secret identity, the guilt was getting to Glenn, causing him to take his own life while in police custody. Heather stumbled into her and Matt's apartment to see Matt wearing his Daredevil costume and blamed him for her father's death. So, man, if we get to that point in this show, there's going to be a whole bunch of drama. And I always find it interesting. I say this all the time. I always find it interesting. But I find it really cool when you have characters who have a secret identity and they are eventually found out by more and more people. So that always makes me wonder, like, man, is this eventually going to get broadcast to everyone? Somehow, it usually never happens, but you never know. Maybe his identity is going to become like full on public knowledge, like we saw with Tom Holland's Spider-Man in No Way Home. So yeah, that would be an interesting turn. Don't know if he's going to get there, but it'll be fun to find out. So yeah, those are a handful of the new characters that we have had confirmed already before Daredevil Born Again starts. So I'm sure we're going to get more new characters and I'll be here to talk about them. But yeah, just wanted to give a little bit of a snippet and a little bit of coverage to the folks who are going to be brand new to this series. So if you are enjoying this coverage at all, please hit that like button. People don't understand how much the likes help to get this show placed out into the algorithm so that it can be seen by more and more people. And that's what I want. Don't you want to see this mug constantly each and every day? Maybe not. But if you do, hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so that you can get notified each and every time we go live in 2025. Like I said earlier, we will be doing a watch party for every episode of Daredevil Born Again, starting the first episode on March 4th, which is a Wednesday. I believe it starts at 8 p.m. Central Time. So we'll be starting that watch party at 7 p.m. and getting hyped for the show, man. Watching a few more previews that I have in the works. Also going to be having some snacks, gonna have some drinks. I suggest you get your own as well and sit back. We're gonna watch the episodes together. There's 2 episodes airing that first week, and then after they're over, we're going to go and break down some of the things that we saw. So yeah, it's gonna be a blast. I would love for you to be a part of that. Yeah, I guess that's it. I really appreciate you for tuning in to another episode of Watch Stuff with us. Like I said, I'm JD. Please do everything I asked you to do by hitting that like button and subscribe button, and I will see you when I see you. Peace.